Where are we, Dad?
We're at Dunnotar Castle.
Dunnotar Castle.
Yes. A really well built defence castle. It'd be hard to knock over.
Oh, I got a bit of shit on my screen I'm just going to wipe off. It's a little better, I think. Okay, well, this is the second walk around for me. I just did a big walk around with Dad, and I did take a bunch of stills, so I hope they're on the camera. But I thought that I was videoing the whole bloody time, and now my batteries are down a fair ways, but we've only got this to go. So this is the smithies area, and Dad's got the smithy there. And so from here I'll do a quick walk around. This is Dunnotar Castle. And oh, there's some neat stuff here. It's a really big complex on a big promontory, and I've already done the whole walk around and videoed it on pause. So now I'm actually recording, so I'll give you the quick tour and then I'll come back to Dad. Dad's done the big walk around with me, and so he's just going to have a bit of a break there, and I'll go and do a quick rundown on the whole place for you. So here we have the stables on the right hand side here, and you know, straight over the edge is straight over the edge. So stables, and pretty neat, really neat place actually. This was the stronghold of the Scots way back when. The building started here in, they reckon, about 700, and you know, with additions going on till well, right the way through, but we found one room there that the addition was put on in 1160, the Count's room, or the Countess's room. So this was the stronghold where the Scottish crown jewels, which basically are a sword, a sceptre, and a chalice, I believe, were hidden away from the English. And then they were smuggled out of here when it was under siege, and taken to a little place north of here and buried in a church for about 9 years. And then once the kings of Scotland were placed back on the throne, they were returned to him from there. So this is the chapel. If we walk down the front, this round thing here is the back of a big bread oven. We'll go in there. The camera adjusts to the light a little bit. That was the main man's house, or that addition there was added in 1164 or something. I saw it on the lintel. So you can see it's the promontory for sure. Pretty defensible. The Maoris would have liked this par. And this is the bread room. Bread oven, big bread oven. And this is the brewing room here. It's a bit hard to see on the video, but I had better light when I first did this, but anyways, it's something to learn about, making sure I'm not on pause. And then we'll come through here, and this is the Whig's Vault, so I'll read it to you. So in 1685, 167 Covenanters, which are people who are worshipping in the open air, were imprisoned here, suffering deprivation, hardship and torture for Christ crowned and covenant. So they were left here for 6 weeks, no sanitation, no nothing, and a number of them died. Just in this room there was imprisoned, what's that, not quite 200 people. And this is the view out of here. This is called the Whigs Vault. So while I was doing this the last time, I took a bunch of stills, which I think should still be there. I'm hoping will still be there. Anyways, just out here is the well. So that's how they had, fresh water when they're up here under siege. It's a huge complex. It's quite the castle. This is the kitchen. And this is an old tub, I guess, and then waste chute, warming or cooking areas, and a huge fireplace. This would have been. And Curtis wanted a rock from Dunnotar Castle. I don't want to break a rock off, but Curtis, there's a rock from Dunnotar Castle. I actually grabbed you another one as well, Curtis, from up in the Countess's room, so I've got that in my pocket, and I'll show you that again. So we'll go out and around and up to the drawing room, which has been restored. So this is the Countess's suite in through here. She had 2 or 3 rooms, and she had not a bad view. Not a bad view at all. How's it going? Fireplace or 2. Oh, she had 3 rooms. And Curtis. It had already broken off, so I'm grabbing it for you, Kurt. There's a sort of a little guard tower or an outlook post there, and that just looks straight over the cliff, straight down to the rocks. So a pretty defensible sort of a place, and yeah, one of the places where very hard to lay siege to it. They laid siege to it for ages, and they had gardens and grounds and everything up here, and fresh water and the whole 9 yards. So this is the Countess's room. We'll go through into the I think he wasn't called the Count, he was called the Marsh. He was like the 3rd most powerful guy to the king. The Marshal, like a Marshal. But he fought with the Jacobites, I'll read it out to you. Anyway, this is the Marshal's room, and he had a pretty good view too. So he had a clock on the wall, and this is the view out of his room. He had It's a couple of nice windows. And for Ricky, if you look straight down there and across into that little bay, I'll zoom up. They do a bit of crayfishing here. With a crayfish pot or two. Where is it? Crayfish pot down there, and I'll zoom across to the bay there, and there's a crayfish pot in the bay. Or two. It might be a little hard to spot on the video. There's one. Yeah, crayfishing. Pretty good crayfishing looking rocks, really, Ricky. Down here. Would have made a pretty good path. So this is from Dunnotar Castle. Okay. So we'll travel on. I would assume this would have been a toilet. They've probably closed it off, but some of the toilets we've seen, they just went straight down the rocks. Oh, and by the way, so on here, I'm pretty sure this part here was added in 1164. Added in 1164. Okay. Just slightly before the Maoris actually made it to New Zealand. No, but ancient. This place was being built before the Maoris headed to New Zealand. In the 700s started. So into the dining room, and then down the end they've restored the drawing room. So we'll go into the drawing room to show you. Nice big fireplace, and of course all of this would have been roofed, just like the drawing room is. So we go into the drawing room. This has been restored, and I imagine with the big cosy fire would have been quite nice, quite cosy on a winter's day looking out on the storm. And I imagine they probably did have wooden ceilings, at least wooden below the stones. So that's the drawing room. Chapel there, and then the well. It even sign says on it, beware deep well. So I imagine they had enough water to last them for quite some time in there. And this would have been probably the kitchen for this dining room. There's a few, well, maybe not, might have been just another little empty room. But you can see the little waste spouts coming out there. So there's one there, and then there's one above. So I imagine there would have been sort of toilet areas, and everything went up and straight down the cliffs. So if you were wanting to climb the cliffs, you'd be climbing up. Wouldn't be so much fun, let's put it that way. Okay, so we're coming back through and down into the main sort of square. That's the drawing room up there we were just in. and then the cellars down below. This is called the West Range, and we can't get into it, but there's a little house through there I'll show you when we go around the corner. It's called the Silver Room, so I imagine it was probably where all the treasure was kept. It's kind of in the middle of the whole complex, so it would have been the most defensible spot, and yeah, it's called the Silver Room. These would have been just little accommodation areas, I imagine, for people. They got little fireplaces in each room, so you know, soldiers or whatever would have been garrisoned in here. It's called the West Range. So this is a little faster than my original video, I'm sorry, but I'm running out of battery, so I sort of have to do it a bit more quicker than I was. But like I say, hopefully I've got a bunch of stills from the first tour. Anyways, good learning curve for me, so coming through. And there's your little waste spouts coming off the side of the building there. There. So, wouldn't have been a very pleasant job trying to climb up the outside of this to attack the place. And that place over there is called the Tower. We haven't been in there yet, so I'll keep going with the video as long as my batteries last. And we've got Jimbo over there, because he's already done the tour with me, and he was doing a good commentary job too. And then I failed miserably. Anyways, that's what they call the Silver House, and that's locked up, so we can't get in there. But that's a neat little room, little area, and still in good state of good repair by the looks. I'm not really sure why we can't get in there, but anyways, maybe that's where the caretaker lives, I don't know. Oh yeah. So here's a bit of a okay. That Waterton's lodgings, I'm not sure. That's a nice little round tower though, eh?
Yeah, and a 17th century garden over there for growing the herbs and what have you.
Yeah, on the other side of it.
Yeah.
I wonder if you can get up that tower. Probably not. It looks like it's probably blocked off, but we'll go in. Yeah. Oh, well, it sort of stairs to nowhere.
Yeah.
But we kept going around, obviously, and up to the top. Little herb garden. Right, so we wandered through the tower house, Dad.
Yeah. And we've done very well.
Yeah, the rain held off. It was pouring down, oh, not pouring down, but certainly raining pretty decent as we were driving up. Tower house or keep. little storehouses. Can't really see in there with the video, but right, we'll go through into the keep. A lot of the stairways and stuff you can go up, but you can't go very much further, but I'll just... Not much up here, Dad, just okay.
Bello qui. Questi posti per gli handicappati non sono.
Another fireplace.
Yeah, I really like those big old fireplaces. I don't know if you can tell on the video, but yeah, the big, huge fireplaces.
Magic.
Yeah, I'll just get, do you want to go up the stairs here? There's a spiral staircase here somewhere, just around that corner, I guess.
Yeah.
I don't know if this is going to turn out in the video, but oh, yeah, they got a bar in there so nobody can climb out and be silly, I guess.
Change.
Dunnotar Castle.
Nothing up there. Just
No.
a gate.
Oh, really?
Yep.
Aye. Okay. Yeah, there's not, you can't get up any further there.
No, right.
And I'm now into the yellow on my camera battery, but I'll save a little bit for when we get to the other side and have a look across from the to the whole promontory. Cool thing here, look at how worn these stairs are. You know, they've been walked on for over 1,000 years. Unbelievable.
gatehouse and everything. From
Oh yeah. Oh yeah. So that was the gatehouse, that's where we came up through there. And paid our money.
Yeah, and at least another story.
Oh yeah, at least, if not 2 or 3 yet.
Yeah. Oh yeah, another row up there.
Yeah. You wonder what these little areas were for. Might have been toilets, but can't see a hole there. Okay. Had plenty of fireplaces, which you'd need. This was 2 stories or 3 stories actually too, Dad.
Yes.
One
yeah.
there.
Yep. And the next one just
Next
come
one
up
there.
Yeah.
Yep. And so that was fireplace there for that level, fireplace there for that level.
Yeah. Oh, look. That could have been used.
Oh yeah.
Or waste anyhow.
Waste for something, yeah.
Yeah. And the size of the beams must be great. Look at the holes they got.
Yeah, oh yeah, big ones.
Yeah.
There would have been nice little sitting windows there too, eh? They had seats there, see?
The view of the sea.
Yep, sit there and chill out. Watch people get slaughtered as they try to come up the hill. Oh, look at that guy. He just got his head chopped off. Oh, excellent. Maybe another little privy room.
Yep.
Oh, you even had a room with a view, Dad, if you want to take a poop and...
Read a book.
Yeah. Read a scroll. Now, if you didn't like it, you could just scroll it off and use it.
Correct.
Multi-purpose.
Yeah, I read that page.
Yeah. Watch your step, Dad.
Yes.
It's slippery.
Thank you. Yeah. Got a hand on here, bro.
Okay. Well, that was Dunnotar Castle. We'll go. That's pretty awesome, eh?
And you go across.
Yeah, we'll go across and I'll take some video from over there. But that's pretty much the good tour of Dunnotar. It wasn't as good as my first tour of Dunnotar, I don't think, or a little bit more rapid. But still, there's 20 odd minutes of walking around the castle. And I'll go across to the other side there and take a couple of shots of the whole thing so you can see where it sits on the promontory and all that. I've got a little bit left on my battery now. If I turn it off for a little bit, I might even get a little bit more. Still, it should be quite hard to siege for sure. We're not sure what that building is over there, but up on the top of the hill, as Dad said, it might have been an another observatory or whatever to warn the castle, or who knows. But it's quite a big building over on that hill there. Okay, Dad, I'll turn this off, eh? And
Yep.
I'll fire it up when we get to the other side.
On the way out now, folks. Cop the roof,
Yeah.
slates, stones.
Okie doke, so that's Dunnotar Castle, a quick tour. a quick video tour. Okay, this is a little bit ass backwards because we've already done the tour over there, but this is on the coast of just south of Stonehaven, and if we pan around to the left here you'll see Dunnotar Castle, and we've just done the big tour, so hopefully you've seen the video of the tour. But that's Dunnotar Castle and its promontory, and quite an impressive stronghold. I like to call it Dunnotar Pa, just for Ricky's sake, and because I'm part Maori, so, and half Scotch, so Dunnotar Pa is what I'm calling it. But yeah, what an awesome spot. Great little walk around over there, which hopefully you've seen the video, and a pretty defensible spot. Obviously the Maoris would have been proud to have a pa like that. Mind you, this was built, or started being built in around 730 AD, they think, and that would have been some 70 years before they think Tupe got to New Zealand. So it's been here a while. And again, a row of crayfish pots down there, Ricky, and all you other Kiwis. Now they're lobsters, like Canadian lobsters, because this is the Atlantic, I guess. But yeah, they still do lobstering and crayfishing, same way as we do. But yeah, awesome spot. And my batteries are just about dead. I'll take one more still there, and pan around, and we're actually going to stay in Stonehaven, which I believe is in that next bay or the next bay up. So I think this is about day 4 of our tour, or day 5 of our tour. And there's the old dude over there. He let me come over and do this shot, so I'll see if I can zoom up on Dad for the end of it. There he is. There he is. Alright, that's the end of my video and my battery, so we'll call it good at that. And yeah, Dunnotar Castle, or Dunnotar Pa. Beautiful, awesome spot. Okay, we'll catch you later.